So the Indiana Fever has been eliminated from the playoffs, but I'm not going to do my post game of that video and break down everything until tomorrow. I want to tackle another subject of this situation with the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun, and it's dealing with Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think Alyssa Thomas is trash, and I think she's been in the league 11 years, but she had never been to a finals. But she plays with her fiance on the Connecticut Sun, and you could clearly watch this team. Now, I don't have nothing against Stephanie White because she used to be the head coach to the Indiana Fever, and I wish she had stayed there and helped develop this team a little bit better. But nevertheless, she's over there now, and she has a bunch of players over there. Not saying all, but she got players over there that is selfish. They think of themselves. They play victim, and they sit there and try to do the things to undermine the media to make them look like people are attacking them. For one, you sit up here the day after eliminate the Fever, you want to get up on the podium and say, "Oh, well, you never been talked to, you never been made a mockery of, or hate or threatened in your 11 years of playing in the." You know why? Because y'all never had a player like Caitlin Clark come into the league and take the league by storm. Every person that came into the league, whether it's Breanna Stewart or Sabrina Ionescu, y'all find a way to make it about y'all, or make it about Black people or Black women that's not getting the opportunity of your white counterparts. But Sabrina Ionescu is rising above that. Breanna Stewart been in the league a long time. She rising above that. She started with the Seattle Storm and now with the New York Liberty. And, 3 games away from the finals. Same thing. But you made a trade in mid-season to get Marina Mabrey, somebody that's just looking for a place because she's been around the league, a long time, a while. So, but my thing is this here is that, and I had listened to Miss Adrian Ross. She put out a video, I guess, yesterday. I didn't watch it this morning, but shout out to you, Miss Ross, and everything. And my thing is this here. I do not like bullies. And I'm just going to simply say it like that. And these women in the WNBA are bullies. They want to play victim when the heat is on them, but they don't want to take responsibility for their own action. I just rewatched the game and I turned it off for halftime because, like I said, I'm going to do my post-game analysis of the game. And what I have seen in the game for the first 2 quarters is that the Connecticut Sun was trying to bully the Indiana Fever, and the referees didn't do anything about it. Alyssa Thomas, you sit there on the podium and crying about somebody, a fan, not respecting you or saying hateful things on the internet, or whatever the case might be. You can't control a fan. Yeah, there should not be no racism or hatred or whatever from nobody, human, Black, white, whatever the case might be. But when you literally had Caitlin Clark at this game and a fan called her a CUNT, and she had to step in to get the security in there to get him out of there, you didn't say nothing about that at the podium, did you? You didn't even address that at all, did you? But what you did, you want to blame the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark fans for you being on the internet. Your own coach said in her post game interview, you need to stay off of social media. She even cited that the media themselves is one of the tools that jumps on every little story. You didn't say anything when DeWanna Carrington almost put Caitlin Clark eyes out. And then in the same game, you got DeWanna Carrington flopping all over the floor. Then she trying to have a conversation with Caitlin Clark about she should have 2 fouls. Caitlin Clark ignored her. This is why the Connecticut Sun would not go to the finals. This is why the Connecticut Sun would get bounced out. Then DeWanna Bonner, I don't know why you trying to act tough when you know you're not tough at all. You only doing that because your fiance plays on the same team. Because lo and behold, if your ass was on another team from her, you wouldn't be acting like that. You won't be acting tough. You only acting tough because you know Alyssa Thomas gonna have your back. But see, you tried to bully Clark in the game, and Clark wasn't even having it. Matter of fact, y'all got into it twice. Clark ain't having it. She done took all y'all best shots all season long, and she ain't having it. She's tired of it. Next season, you're gonna see a whole different Caitlin Clark. You think this is what it is? Marina Mabrey flopping on the floor because Caitlin Clark barely touched her. Same thing DeWanna Carrington did the last game. Barely touched her under the basket. She flopped. She got a foul. Referee standing right there in plain sight. Plain sight ain't calling nothing. The first incident where DeWanna Bonner landed on Caitlin Clark, jarring at her. Caitlin Clark, get off of me. But then, Alyssa Thomas, you want to blame the Caitlin Clark fans for harsh comments. But the thing about it is, just like Miss Ross said, half of these ain't Caitlin Clark fans. They're trolls. There are trolls on the internet all the time. Trolls put out stuff just to get attention, just to spark a conversation. We all know how this works. I have seen it. Nobody said anything about Angel Reese fans came after you when you choke slam her on the ground. See, Alyssa Thomas, you a dirty player. I'm going to call it what it is. Shout out to Ben Daniels. I'm going to call a spade. Because the fact of the matter is that you is a dirty player. I don't care what nobody say. They say, oh, well, Alyssa Thomas is a good player. Nah, she's trash. She's trash. She dribbles down the court. She bullies her way into the thing. She can't shoot. Yeah, she could assist, but she can't shoot. Teams don't lock her down. Teams don't want to get physical with her because she try to bow up and like she's tough, like she's trying to intimidate somebody. DeWanna Carrington ain't she but a $105 acting like she's seatbelting somebody. Yeah, you made some good defensive plays. You most improved player. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. But at the same time, y'all team ain't really that good. Y'all play defense, hustle, but at the same time, y'all can be dirty. Matter of fact, you was laughing at Erica Wheeler when Erica Wheeler ran into the camera. You was laughing at that. But at the same time, you want to sit there and cry wolf because you want to play victim, because fans getting at you. Guess what? That's part of being an athlete. Fans get at athletes all the time. Yeah, there are some fans that take it too far. But that's the name of the game. You played the game for 11 years. Nobody knew who the hell you probably was for 11 years. I sure damn didn't. I ain't know who you is until Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark got into the league. Damn sure ain't because of Angel Reese, because I don't follow her like that. I was a huge Candace Parker fan, Maya Moore fan. I was a huge Cheryl Swoops until she done went off the deep end. I love Tina Thompson. I'm always love Tina Thompson and Cynthia Cooper, Rebecca Lobo, Lisa Leslie. So miss me with all of that whining and crying. And matter of fact, before I even go any further, I'm gonna let you listen to what this idiotic mushroom head looking chick was talking about.
From each tip-off to the final whistle, the Sun have been locked in, professional, and taking care of business. What does it say to the professionality of this team that you've been able to shut out the noise?
Honestly, it's been a lot of nonsense. I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base. We had her face on a serious matter that happened in this world, and it's unacceptable, honestly. And there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it. And basketball is headed in a great direction, but no, we don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us racial names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And we come to play basketball for our job, and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it anymore.
So you pretty much want Caitlin Clark to check her fans, or you want the Indiana Fever to check their fans. Say, hey fans, can y'all please not be so hateful, racist towards the players in the WNBA, because they are too damn sensitive. Guess what? I'm going to let you, Alyssa Thomas, hear what your own coach had to say about what you need to do if there's a problem. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what you do. If there's a fan at your game that's being racial or hatred or spewing hateful comments to you, do like Caitlin Clark did. Have them thrown out the game. Apparently, it doesn't bother y'all that much, because if you came to Indiana Fever game and somebody was yelling at you, you could have did the same thing. Say, hey, LeBron James did it. LeBron James had a person kicked out of the game. So therefore, why? Because y'all want to be loved. Y'all want to be cherished. Y'all want to be, because y'all ain't never got this attention until Caitlin Clark came in. Yeah, all these accolades y'all done had in the league, but nobody knew who the hell y'all are. So Caitlin Clark come along, now y'all mad, y'all want her fans to be gone or be silent, and you want her to be gone. This is why y'all try to rough her up. Y'all try to beat her up, so you think she could say, oh, well, you know what, we're going to beat her up enough to make her run her out of the league so we can get our league back. It ain't y'all damn league. That's the point. Because you black, because you gay, and you think this your league, you ain't running nothing. The NBA running y'all. The NBA running y'all. And guess what? Things are going to change, whether y'all like it or not. Y'all ain't got that long in the league. You've been there 11 years. DeWanna, what, 37, 30-something years old? You 32. You're barely working. You have all your limbs working. But I'm going to let y'all coach put y'all straight.
Just maintaining the professionalism. There's been a lot of commentary around this series, and she talked about racial remarks she's received this year and how she's never experienced that in her 11-year career. And I just wanted to know, DeJanae also posted earlier in her Instagram an email, a really offensive email that someone sent to her, coaching this team and what the players have had to experience. I just wonder if you have any thoughts or comments on what they've had to go through, and also on Alyssa's call for the league to potentially step in and do something about it.
Yeah, I think it's you know, sport is a microcosm of life and of society. And I think right now, not right now, but we've seen a lot of racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia throughout the course of our country. You know, sport is no exception, and it's unacceptable, to be quite honest. You know, I think the thing that frustrates me the most is that, you know, and is that I say we because, you know, I work in television as well, but we in the media have to do a better job of not allowing trolls in social media to become the story. And I feel like we have allowed trolls in social media to frame the narrative of what the story is. And it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And we have to do a better job. You know, I realize that, you know, everybody's job is predicated on what's read, what's clicked on, what's whatever, what's watched. I understand that. But I also feel like we have a responsibility to be better when it comes to what we're representing, when it comes to, I don't want to say protecting because these women don't need protected, but when it comes to making sure that the narrative is about what we do. And it's not about who's being attacked, how they're being attacked, and we make that newsworthy. You know, I applaud our team for maintaining their professionalism. Not just our team; it's a lot of teams in our league. It's a lot of athletes, not just in our league, who get attacked like this. And so I applaud the professionalism. You know, we continue to.
I'm gonna stop it right there because I ain't gonna go no more. She said a couple of key things. Y'all don't need protection. She said, y'all don't need protection. She said there's a lot of athletes in their league and other leagues that get the same treatment. So what makes you think you any different, Alyssa Thomas? AT, that's what they call you, playoff AT. What makes you think you any different? Because now that y'all got a microcosm, y'all have a spotlight on y'all now. People get to know who y'all are, but it ain't because of you. It ain't because of Asia Wilson. It ain't because of Breonna Stewart. It ain't because of Diana Taurasi. It's because of Caitlin Clark. Because Caitlin Clark fans came with her. See, that's why the viewership is high. That's why the ratings is high. Caitlin Clark draw ratings. Little do you know, Caitlin Clark draw y'all ratings to 1.8 million on what, Sunday? We don't know what it's going to be for, you know, last night. But at the same time, your own coach say, hey, we got to quit feeding the trolls. That means turn off social media. If you don't like what's being said or tweeted or written about you out there on social media, then don't turn it on. Guess what? Patrick Mahomes gets stuff written by him all the time. Tom Brady has stuff written by him all the time. Guess what? It didn't affect him. He went out and played the game. He doesn't pay attention to that stuff. Caitlin Clark, same thing. She doesn't pay attention. She might see it, but she ain't gonna let. She might see it. She ain't gonna tell y'all she see it. Caitlin Clark handles the media way better than y'all do. You know why? Because y'all too damn emotional. Too damn emotional, too radical, and too much of having that damn attitude about what you're trying to do. See, I will give credit to the Connecticut Sun of beating the Indiana Fever, but knowing how the game went down and how it transpired, I ain't giving y'all shit. Because y'all some dirty players. Y'all want to act tough, want to be bullies, but then when the shit comes back on you, you sit there, want to whine and complain and play victim in it. And this is so classic of y'all women. in WNBA. We had Angel Reese did the same damn thing when she won her national championship with Caitlin Clark. She was boasting, doing the little ring thing to her. When Caitlin Clark came back the next year and bust that ass, she wanted to get in the media and talk about, oh, I'm trying to do my best. I'll be sexualized and all of this. You know why you be sexualized? Because you out here posting all of these naked ass pictures on social media so people could see, and then you drawing the wrong attention to yourself. You cannot act tough and then cry victim later on. It doesn't work that way. Same thing Angel Reese did in the WNBA. Soon as she knew that damn rookie of the year wasn't going to happen for her, she bowed out, got an injury, then started a podcast. And the first thing that she did, she went after Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark fans. Now she's about to have DeWanna Carrington as a guest on her little shitty ass podcast show. And guess what? You know what the topic going to be? Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark fans. They're going to talk about that because y'all don't have nothing else going for y'all but to bring Caitlin Clark's name to get clicks, to get ratings. See, my thing about this is, and I'm gonna be frank about it. Shout out to Pope Be Frank. I'm doing a lot of shout outs in my video to a couple of creators because, you know, I follow them and I love their work. So, to be frank about what I'm about to say, there's one specific content creator that has been going at Caitlin Clark fans hard. He's been going at Caitlin Clark hard and calling us Caitlin Clark sexuals, jock sniffers, and all of that. But see, the thing about it is, same person ain't calling out other people for targeting Caitlin Clark, trying to hurt Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Trying to push her out the league. All she does is come to work and play basketball and go about her business. Yeah, Caitlin Clark might not be innocent, but at the same time, she's professional with hers. She doesn't talk bad about nobody. She let her play. On the court, she's feisty. She do what she does on the court. But in her personal life, you can't judge her on that because she has not given you anything to think otherwise about her. But you still got these pundits out here that Angel Reese fans, content creators, so happy that Caitlin Clark is out the playoffs now, that now what y'all gonna do? Now they trying to say that, well, now that Caitlin Clark out, Caitlin Clark fans, Caitlin Clark content creators don't have anything else to write. But let me tell you something. That's why I am called Live Wire Sports Media, because I write about all of my teams. I talk about all of my teams. The Atlanta Braves, Chicago Bulls, Miami Hurricanes, to Washington Commanders, and the Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark. So I still gonna have content rolling no matter what season it is, what time it is, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Alyssa Thomas, like I said at the beginning of this show, you is trash. I don't have no respect for you. I don't have no respect for DeWanna Carrington. I had some respect for DeWanna Bonner because of how her and Caitlin Clark was at the All-Star game. And I just think you influenced by your lover. Now, with that being said, the fans ain't going nowhere. So if you think this is going to be something that the league's supposed to step in and say, oh, well, we're going to have to monitor all of this. Now, they did issue out a statement, and pretty much the statement reads as is. Now they're going to talk about what they're going to do, as arenas and stuff. Because guess what? If Caitlin Clark didn't have that encounter with that fan, the NBA wouldn't have came out with a statement. They wouldn't have came out with that statement. But see, Caitlin Clark made that happen. AT, you ain't made it happen by winding your ass up in a press conference. I've been in the league for 11 years and I ain't never had nobody talk to me like that. Yeah, somebody has talked to your ass like that in the streets and in public. Yeah, you have gotten looks. People saying snide comments to you. So don't act like that. You know the reason why y'all ain't had that in y'all league? Because, like I said, y'all try to shelf Marina Mayberry. Yeah, she in a good situation now, but how long it would be before y'all run her ass off y'all team? You know what I'm saying? How long it would be? She got run out of Chicago because she couldn't take the damn heat. All y'all doing is using her over there because of what she could do for y'all. Because trust me, if Marina Mayberry has sucked like she was doing in Chicago, they wouldn't even waste no damn time. Marina Mayberry wouldn't even got no no plans on the court. Look at Stewie and Sabrina Ionescu. They in a great situation. You know why? Because they're the face of their team. They don't have to worry about nobody else. If you look at the Phoenix Mercury, Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Sophia Witherspoon, and Kalia Copper. If you look at how the Minnesota Lynx are run, Nafisha Collar, you never see Nafisha Collar get out of her character. Or Courtney Williams. Now, Courtney Williams almost got into Sophie Cunningham's ass last night, but that's a topic for another day. You don't see Emeka Umake getting out her, or Jewel Lloyd getting out of her character, or Rike Omawale getting out of her comfort zone. You see like a deranged Skylar Smith-Diggins acting all tough, trying to act like she bad. Sit your narrow ass down somewhere. Then you got the Kennedy Carters of the world. You got all of these people in the world because they can't let their game do the talking for them, where people recognize them. They got a yap on social media. And that's the problem. Y'all tweet on social media to make other people respond back to y'all. So, again, I'm not going to be long-winded on this, but like I said, it's sad, pathetic. As a matter of fact, let me show you a small clip of what happened with the fan.
Connecticut as well is just pushing in pace. As soon as they corral the defensive board, they're getting it and going.
Caitlin Clark, sorry to interrupt, Rebecca, getting into it with a fan who she was going back and forth with in the front row and pointing it out to the officials. And now the officials calling on security to take a look. As Clark and Bonner have a conversation now too, and they're going at it.
And see, I have a problem with DeWanna Bonner. First of all, you have a fan calling Caitlin Clark a name, but then you want to go at Caitlin Clark for getting the fan thrown out. But then you want to sit up there and whine. You and AT want to sit there in a press conference and whine about people talking to y'all when you have somebody right there in seat, arm's length of Caitlin Clark calling her a name. But that's okay. Come on. Anyway, you know what it is. You know what to do. Keep them bells ringing. Until the next episode, I'm out.